The Kellog system is known throughout the UEE as the home to both innocence and immorality. Centered around a G-type main sequence yellow dwarf, the system's 2 inhabited planets stand in stark contrast to each other. Kellog 2, Zis, is heavily guarded to protect the new species developing there, while Kellog 6, Quarterdeck, is heavily guarded to ensure the hardened criminals imprisoned there can't escape. Credit for Kellog's discovery goes to nav jumper Patek Cohen, who uncovered the system in 2811. Unfortunately, Cohen's dream of living in a system he discovered never came to pass once initial surveys revealed that Kellog 2 was brimming with sapient life. Kellog quickly received protection under the Fair Chance Act and seemed destined to be a haven for researchers and scientists from throughout the Empire. However, that wound up not being the case. In less than 5 years, 2 jumps into Vandal space were found. The UEE knew Kellog needed an alert system to warn of Vandal incursions. Increases in Navy personnel and standard proximity sensors were considered until Senator Daniela Agron suggested another unusual option: converting Kellog 6 into a prison planet. Senator Agron argued that such a facility would not only solve security concerns, but would do so for fewer credits and have many other additional benefits. With the heavy guard presence such an outpost would need, the prison could serve as a tripwire against Vandal attacks, while also isolating the Empire's worst criminals. Still, Agron's masterstroke in the plans for Quarterdeck was including a revenue-generating antimatter facility to be staffed by prisoners. The Senate approved Agron's plan, which has turned Kellog into the busiest Fair Chance Act system. Today, Army spacecraft patrol Zis, while antimatter haulers and bounty hunters frequently visit Quarterdeck. All this activity has converted the system from an isolated frontier to an integral part of the UEE. Kellog 1 is a terrestrial planet located so close to the system's sun that its surface is lava. If there's anything of value underneath the molten rocks, humanity has not yet found a way to reach it. This is the system's picturesque protected planet, dotted with deep multi-canopied jungles and a biodiversity that rivals any other part of the discovered galaxy. This is the reason the Kellog system achieved recognition under the Fair Chance Act. Its warm seas are home to a wide variety of creatures, while its dense rainforests play host to millions of insects, primates, and most famously, flowpets. Few can forget the flowpet craze of the early 30th century that saw the rich and powerful desperate to collect and breed the unusual creatures. Since the first few were captured by an intrepid smuggler who thought they might be an easily bred, compact protein source, there was initially a move by the government to outlaw ownership of the creatures. Many, worried that their pet would get them in trouble with the law, set their flowpet free, which has resulted in significant populations of feral flowpets on many worlds. In the end, however, the creature's popularity was such that any attempt at a ban proved all but impossible. Since the flowpet debacle, the UEE has remained vigilant about protecting Zis from unwanted visitors, particularly protecting a primitive hominid-like species known as the Orms. Populating the planet's northern polar region, the Orms have, in the past 100 years, begun to develop more complex social interaction schema and extremely primitive tool use. Kellog 3 is a typical smog planet with a thick atmosphere unfit for human habitation. Even so, there are rumours that the planet's atmosphere provides cover to crews staging jailbreaks from Quarterdeck. Surveys of the super-Earth Kellog 4 suggest it could possess copious resources. Much to the dismay of the mining corporations, Kellog 4's proximity to both a developing world and a prison planet has made UEE authorities refuse to authorise any mining permits. There have been some suggestions that the prisoner population in the system could be used as a cheap workforce, if legal and environmental concerns could be sorted. With its rocky core and expansive atmosphere, Kellog 5 is technically not a smog planet or a gas giant, but rather a gas dwarf, one of only a few such planets in the UEE. Kellog 6 is home to the UEE's massive Quarterdeck prison, a maximum security penal facility that houses hundreds of thousands of hardened criminals. Orbiting well past the green band, the planet's conditions were meant to make escape from Quarterdeck almost impossible. Unfortunately, it has not stopped prisoners from orchestrating successful escapes, usually aided by associates on the outside. Quarterdeck features a full-process antimatter refinery, which means the resource is more readily available here than in most places in the UEE. Antimatter processing is an incredibly dangerous operation and results in the deaths of prisoners, but the plant finds itself in no shortage of workers, since reduced sentences are given to those who volunteer to work in the refinery. The UEE has also developed a system by which wanted criminals can be delivered directly to Quarterdeck by properly bonded bounty hunters. Justice Star Station sits at the planet's closest Lagrange point, allowing processing, trial and sentencing to take place swiftly and efficiently. Booking officers on Justice Star have been known to pay a premium for wanted criminals, reflecting the reduced costs to the UEE that comes with having prisoners delivered directly to the system. Although the organisation of Vandal clans is still not well understood, it seems that none have tried to claim Kellog as their own. Yet. Though few enemy raiders have been spotted in system, travellers are advised to take extreme precaution while in Kellog.
You're on a plane, it's about to crash. Maybe you're in a jungle and a vicious predator attacks. There's a nuclear war and you're caught short on the toilet. You're drowning in shark-infested waters. How did you get here? What do all these scenarios have in common? That's right, easily preventable with the use of nordvpn.com/BoredGamer. It's like the ultimate survival toolkit, but to aid in internet security and accessibility. Now I can watch my favourite Netflix and anime shows from a different country while I'm lost in the rainforest just before a tiger eats me. Thanks nordvpn.com/BoredGamer. You can get discounts by using the links below. But please note that probably in the case of a plane crash or, you're drowning, NordVPN might not be the most effective solution. Every month we have a Star Citizen ship giveaway. This month we're giving away an RSI Scorpius heavy fighter. This 2-seater powerful heavy fighter allows you to pretend you're in Star Wars with your X-Wing. It comes with a lifetime insurance and access to Star Citizen, so even if you haven't got a Star Citizen account already, you can play the game. To be in for a chance of winning that, just comment on any of my videos made during August. A massive thank you to everyone that subscribed to the channel or just watches my content or comments and likes and shares those videos. It really genuinely does help, and if you want to go the extra mile to help support the channel, you can click on the join button under any of my videos or click on the links to Patreon. It all goes a huge way to help the channel grow and expand. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a great time in Alpha 3.17.2, and I hope to see you in the verse.